This morning we're in Dominica. There's a pilot boat. We're just coming into this dock. Over 90% of this city was rebuilt after the hurricane. I'm sure we'll learn more about that. And over there is a tall sailing ship. Might be the Windstar that they said was in this town with us today. I just noticed these are the tour buses lined up to take us around this little island.
It's called Roseau, the capital city. It is called Roseau. Today we are doing the accessible rainforest drive tour, and our first denominations such as the Anglican, the Methodist, Baha'i, 7 Days, Jehovah's Witnesses, just to name a few as well. And our national sports stadium, that is where cricket, the main sports on island, is being played along with other sports like basketball, football, volleyball, netball, just to name a few.
It's our first stop on a hill in Dominica. Here's the rebuilt town. And the ever-present cricket stadium. Here's where we are, the Morne Bruce Garrison. By the way, the official language here is English. The English and French fought over it for years.
1889, and after it was established, that's the time when we started having lots of tropical trees, tropical plants being brought here. Although we have some native trees in the garden, but most of them they were brought here. After 1889, when it was established, we have the largest tree that was planted, and that is the banyan tree. 29th of August, Hurricane David struck the island with winds up to 150 miles an hour and lasted for over 6 hours. We had a school bus that was donated to us for protection of school children. That school bus, it was only a few days since we had received that school bus. It was parked right underneath a huge African baobab tree in the Botanical Gardens. When the wind struck, it blew this tree, falling it right over the school bus, crushing it right down to the ground. In the Botanical Gardens, largest semi-open space in the city, 40 acres of land.
I think that's the bus that got smashed. The Canadian donated bus, and it's still under the tree.
We're going down right here.
That's sure amazing. It's a miracle no one was in it. I've seen bigger banyan trees, but this one's pretty amazing. It'd be fun for kids to play in.
Okay, right here we are next to the banyan tree. That is considered to be the largest tree in the gardens. If you take a close look at the tree, you can see there are many aerial roots from the branches right down to the ground.
It's a baobab tree. We saw them in Africa. Didn't look quite like this one.
If you take a close look up front,
underneath sandpaper plant. The leaves do feel like a fine grit sandpaper. So you can get yourself a nice facial for free. Melaleuca tree.
It has a lot of health properties. We can use it if we are feeling nausea, stomach ache. It is good for fever and for so many different illnesses. The green represents our lush green vegetation, as the island is covered under 65% of natural vegetation. We have the white, the black, and the yellow mix of across. The white represents our clear crystal waters, our rivers, our lakes, our waterfalls. And the black represents our volcanic soil and our African heritage. The yellow represents our beautiful sunshine, our citrus fruits, and our Kalinago Caribbeans, the first people to get on the island. We have the red that represents the blood that was shed during the exchange of hands from French to British, British to French, as many persons lost their lives by the European as well. And we have the 10 stars inside of the red ball. The 10 stars represents the 10 parishes that the island is divided in, each of the parishes. Bird represents our national bird, the Cicero parrot or the Amazona imperialis. It sits on a twig and it's ready to fly for higher height.
This is a bamboo house.
Draco parrots, one of the 2 endangered species of the Amazon parrots that we have on Dominica.
There's 9 in here.
These birds are very shy, very friendly birds.
Parrot back there. There he is. 2 of them.
Hurricane Maria struck the island in the year 2017, so with winds up to 175 miles an hour and lasted for over 12 hours. During the passage of Hurricane Maria, 95% of our homes were destroyed, our agricultural sector, water, electricity, our roads, all were totally destroyed. Picked up all over. Many persons lost their life during the passage of Hurricane Maria. And this happened during the night hours. The Old Mill Cultural Center and Historic Site, with the chimney up front, that was once a sugar mill on the island, but since in the year 1981 it was transformed into that establishment. Main lakes on the island, they are located under the Mount Wapito National Park, UNESCO World Heritage Site. The free lakes are the Boiling Lake, the Freshwater Lake, and the Bory Lake as well.
3,000
half Caribbean and half
Indians living here. I thought after the Spanish came, they all died off, but we found on another island and from a lecture that there are some of them still living, and our tour guide is one of them. The island has 365 rivers. Another island we were on had 365 beaches.
There are 44 dark gray volcanic sandy beaches on the island, 12 major waterfalls. So we have lots of natural resources on island. 60 inches of rainfall annually in the rainforest along the driest part of the island, that's the western side. We only receive 60 inches of rainfall annually. Our temperature ranges from 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit.
Beautiful giant ferns. Look at these guys. Wow.
It's very
Dead boa
effective.
constrictor.
It works.
They extract oil that's very good medicinal oil.
Species of
Good.
birds, 175 species of birds. 55 native to the island. Likewise, we have 55 species of butterflies.
We're at the waterfall. And it goes on down here, and there's some more waterfall. Yeah, got a much better view of the waterfall and the pond. Some people ship was the windsurf, and that's left over from the hurricane. We're back in the capital.